Hi everybody and welcome to my shop. I am excited about this one. Last week I told you that I have to close down construction for Lieselotte because it's getting too cold and blah 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 blah. Now, I also told you that I have a new side project coming along for the winter month while we can't work on Lieselotte, and I'm ready to share this with you. I'm building another house! Okay, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it all makes sense. Let me show you. Sollen wir das Interview hier in dem Stuhl machen?
Geil.
We wanted to carry this upstairs, but we got interrupted, so now it's living here. The thing is, I quit my apartment in Cologne because I was expecting that I would move into Lieselotte sometime this autumn. Well, you know how things turned out. I cannot move in there. The house doesn't even have finished walls. So I've been living in my studio and I've been living in my camper. But now it's getting too cold, and also I know I won't be able to move into the big house for the next couple months or maybe even years. So I need a solution. And coincidentally, I have just the perfect thing that is the perfect foundation for a second house. Let me show you. Oh my God. Hey everybody, and welcome to Lieselotte. When I first got here to the studio, I bought this caravan. It's a circus wagon from Harry. Because he had it, it was a good deal, and I thought I could always use more space, and now I have been using it as a wood storage thing for the past 3 years. Now I think this is perfect to convert it into a tiny house. It's beautiful and it's there, it's available, and it's the shortest way for me to have a house where I can live in, where I can be warm and where I can feel at home. And I can put it in the garden of Lieselotte, so I think it's perfect. Speaking of Harry.
Hier, diese Ecken hier, das hat doch schon alles einen Sinn.
Ja, aber aus Holz geht das genauso.
Nein, das wird ja instabil.
Das wird nicht instabil, nein! Da machen wir auch Schrägen
nein,
rein.
Felix, du hast auf Kamera, nein. Alter, das
Komm mal mit, ich zeig dir. Komm mal mit, komm mit.
Ich schwöre dir, es gibt ein Festessen. So.
Guck mal, pass auf.
Und Hamsterkäfig, super, toll.
Das ist für die Ameisen. Guck mal, so wird das aufgebaut. Ja, was ist denn daran instabil? Da fällt gar nichts zusammen. Und dann kommt hier die Fenster.
Da fällt alles zusammen.
Du gehst jetzt raus. It is so good because he is currently working on a tiny house as well. And I think we might have a little bit of a race. Und wo ist überhaupt dein Modell von deinem Tiny House?
Modell? Das ist alles hier oben drin. Das ist alles hier oben drin.
Geil.
Ne?
Die Höhe ist geil.
Ja. Da ist
höher
alles
als
geil
meiner.
dran. Hoch, richtig hoch.
Oh, hast du schon so fertig?
Fertig!
Aber ist alles Metall.
Ja, Alu. Deswegen ist es schön leicht.
I think Harry and I, we have very, very different approaches to our tiny houses. I want to get rid of all this old metal because I want to have a very healthy, fresh and friendly environment. I don't want to have like metal, plastic, all these things. Harry thinks I'm making a huge mistake by getting rid of the metal frame and replacing it with wood. He thinks it will not last, it will not hold up. I mean, I do like his approach as well. It's just very different. He has this beautiful aluminum wagon, and I think he's just taken the shortest cut from the wagon to a house that he wants to sell. And now me, after dealing with like water damage and thinking so much about the most ecological way to build a house, I of course want to go with more natural materials. Both ways are valid. I just think it's so interesting that we're having this build-off. And he also thinks that he's going to be done in...
Maximal. Kommt auf Wetter drauf an.
Da haben wir beide das gleiche
3
Problem.
Wochen.
3 Wochen! I think about myself like, I have the plan to be done with this end of February. That's insane. That will go so fast. It's not even 3 months. but 3 weeks? No way. Schlafen, bisschen kochen, also Ofen, 3 Wochen. Ich wette,
Oh Gott.
he won't be done until the end of February and I will be done until the end of February.
Ich hab
3
nicht
Monate, 3 months.
Ich habe gesagt, wann ich anfange, habe ich noch nicht gesagt.
Wann denn, in 4 Wochen oder was? This could be interesting. Hey, na Süßi, komm schnell wieder ins Bett. Komm schnell wieder ins Bett. Oh, süß. Süß. Hm? Oh, Felix, did you know the comments repaired Janine's desk?
What?
Yeah, we got 200 comments that told us how to fix it. It drove into the limiter basically.
Okay.
And there was a combination of the buttons.
Wow. Thanks, community.
Thanks, community. You fixed Janine's desk.
Nice.
Hold it down for a couple seconds and then it resets itself. It's fixed. Another new thing. We have a new coffee machine that I'm weirdly excited about. It's like those coffee machines in a police station from the movies. Look at this font. Like, look at this type. It looks so good. And it has 2 of those, 2 carafes, 2 warm holding spots. We're set. I have built a tiny house, I think it was 5 years ago, and the videos are all on my channel. But the big difference this time is that I'm actually going in with a plan. The first time I built a tiny house, I had this wagon that was made mostly of metal. And I was working around the metal structure that I had and tried to fix all the problems that I had because of the metal structure. And this time, and I learned this from Lieselotte, I want to start with a fresh and clean slate. I don't want to deal with any problems that were there before me. The circus wagon, it has a bunch of problems. First of all, it's a metal frame, which means a bunch of cold bridges, which means potentially water in the installation, which would lead to mold. All these issues that I had to deal with my old tiny house. The roof is leaking, the walls are moldy. It is not insulated. It's just too much work. I think it's easier to just start fresh. And I based everything of a model that my friend Semyon made. And it's so cool to have this scale model. Because now I can even think about window placement, all these things that I have a really hard time thinking about in theory. I need to see it to make these decisions. So those are little scale versions of windows that I actually already bought. I bought them 2 weeks ago on Craigslist or eBay. So those are Danish windows. That means they open to the outside. German windows typically open to the inside and that just cuts into your living space. So those, check it out. See the sliding mechanism?
Nice.
So they're actually like this, right? You get this. They're like this. Oh, so nice. So now I'm basically planning my house around these windows that I have. This will, hold on, this will probably be here. And then I can see how the construction changes. Then I can calculate how much wood I need. I can order all the stuff and I can hopefully work much more efficiently than just taking it step by step. Now I have an overview of what I need. Which is the exact opposite of what happened with my actual house. Yeah. And then hopefully next week we can separate the housing of the platform from the circus wagon. I was thinking if we can manage to lift it up and up in one piece, it's still a house on the ground. So I can still have storage in there, right?
Right.
So we'll try to lift up the whole thing in one piece.
Sounds like a funny video.
Sounds like a job for my forklift. And then hopefully we can get started building the walls before it starts to snow. And before Harry beats us to it. Because I want to win now. I am so excited about this. This really gives me hope and a little bit perspective of having my own living space soon again, hopefully. And this would be really good for me, I can tell you that. By the way, do you know why this model is in a scale of 1 to 10 and not 1 to 7? Because 1 to 7 would be impossible for me to calculate, because I am so bad at math. That's why I'm happy that Brilliant is this week's sponsor again. They have this app that helps you become a better problem solver, better thinker, and also better at math. And other than taking math in school, which I always hated because it's 90 minutes of somebody trying to teach me how to do something, this app is fun, interactive, and just a little bit each day, which adds up to actually quite a lot. So let's take a look at today's lesson. Can you count to infinity? How many napkins did you start with? Exactly. Yes! Okay, explanation. That's the thing that I really like because honestly, I guessed this, but you can hit explanation and it will explain why, in my case, my guess was correct. And that's actually, that makes me learn something. So it's good. So you can take as many classes as you like. They have thousands of classes and add new content monthly. And to get started with what am I taking next? Order logic. And if you want to give this a try, head over to brilliant.org/LauraKampf. And the first 200 who will hit the link will get a 20% off of Brilliant's annual premium subscription. So again, I want to thank Brilliant for sponsoring this video and also for helping me deal with my horrible math problems. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you next week with a new video.